All right, hello everybody, and welcome back to Blueprints. I believe we're on part 7 now. Oh man, I am so tired today. This is gonna be an interesting one for puzzle solving with my brain being absolute pudding mush today. But hey, we gotta get stuff done anyways. Let me know in the comments down below how y'all have been lately, and let's get into this, shall we? We are on day 9 in the game this time. Sorry my lighting's a little off. My room's a little dark today, but hey, sometimes it just gotta be that way. Okay, so let's see. Here we go back again. Alright, let's grab our weird little microchip that I still haven't seemed to find. Master Simon, good morning. It has come to my attention that you have been granted a daily allowance to use while on the estate. If it is convenient for you, I will leave the required sum here in the entrance hall each morning. If there's anything else you require, please do not hesitate to ask. Even though we have all been requested to remove ourselves from the premises during your stay, I can assure you I am still personally overseeing that the estate is at least operating at a baseline standard of service that I hope you will one day come to expect of us. Anne Babbage, House Manager. I got 2 whole coins! Okay, this is the same note we already read. Heck yeah, that's awesome. There's so many permanent additions that I have not found yet, still. Let's go to the right. Coat check. I don't remember if I put anything in the coat check last time, honestly. I am... Oops, all dead ends at the moment, which is not great. Oh, I'm glad this actually went in a helpful manner. We could do bedrooms or storeroom. We could dead end ourselves with a storeroom and just get an early key. You could dead end yourself and get 10 extra steps early. Or we can just have a room that just gives us a few steps here and there. Just kind of negates entering it, basically. All that it ooh, gem. Love that. Still don't know how to get out the right side of the mansion. We haven't found anything that seems to lead us out there yet. Not my money already, frickin' heck you! Maybe we'll get some good early items? Not really, it's just a key. Off to... Oh, shoot. Picture puzzle. Oh, no. Oh, I forgot. Oh, I don't want to be here anymore. Oh, no. Okay, I need to rework how I'm entering this. I'm gonna build just a chart that looks just like this in my document here. Let's see, insert table. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. 5 by 9. 2, 3, 9. Okay, 5 by 9. So far, C1. Just gonna copy that whole thing into here. D9. I should have made this. Hold on, can I? Yeah, let's insert a row below and insert some extra rows and change how we're doing this to make it a little easier to, I should also be able to insert a column. And we'll do the whole number system A, and letter system B, C, D, E. I'm gonna put this on like its own page. So I need a page break. We're gonna lose some steps this time just because I'm having to figure everything out. Okay, there. Now I have the letters and the numbers just visible, so I don't have to keep counting everything. Okay, face and ace go in C1. D8 we just have written down as being a blank space. We have blueprints and blueprint with a T, so we know that T is in E8. Plane and pane in E7, being the L. I'm gonna put the ones that we don't have the letters for figured out yet out. I'm not gonna put them in the chart until we have their letter. Okay. Hallway. I'm thinking this is supposed to be pin and pine, making this the E. And we are in D1. Pine. B1. Okay. Pin and pine is easy enough, so that's good. I need to go back into the other two rooms that I've forgotten to check. Okay, we've got a deer, a buck, a stag. Okay, stag and tag. We are at E1. So that's S. Is there room for... Oh, there are pictures in here as well. I see them both. One looks like a car. And a cart. Car and cart. I'm gonna have to go in just so I can be sure. Yeah, it's like a mine cart. And then a, like, streetcar. Okay, so, like, we are in E2. R and art. Making this a T. Okay. I hate having to use those extra steps. I know I could have just looked back at the footage. Okay, we know face and ace is in the room ahead, so we're not gonna go in there. We are gonna go here, though. I have technically the gems for the passageway if I wanted to. A good multi-directional... Let's just go ahead and go workshop, though. Okay, bat and bath. We are in D2, I believe. Bat and bath is H. Awesome. Okay, early shovel is nice. We still haven't figured out the music puzzle that's going on there, but hey, that's fine. Okay, we don't have any items that we can combine at the moment. Okay. Security's not bad to get early. Especially if we can get the keycard doors turned off. Let's go ahead and do it. Still, you, but I see you. How dare you? Okay, I still don't know where we're supposed to plug in the little, microchip. It will be plugged in somewhere, but Jeebus where? Oh, that's unsettling, being able to see myself move. Also, I think I've been spoiled that there's some sort of puzzle with these monitors. Hello, vault. Little ballroom piano. We got the pool room. Some sort of two different, like, showcase rooms. I'm wondering if they show something in a room that we haven't, like, seen before. But I don't know what necessarily. Okay, well, let's get onto here. Keycard system. System settings. We can turn it up so we get more keycard doors and then unlock them when the power is... I should set this lower until we get the power turned off and then come back and turn it to high so we get more doors later. Okay, clock and lock. We are in D3. Which makes this a C. Okay, very nice. Still wish I knew where this microchip went. I feel like it should go in here. But, like, we haven't seen anything that we can actually plug it into. Which is weird, but whatever. Okay. Utility closet. It dead ends that corner, but we can still go up, especially since we're just gonna be able to... Okay, yeah. Turn that. Okay, okay, it looks like a mountain. Oh, peak? Peak? Peak and pea? Like a pea pod? Okay, E3. Eek. And E. Being a K. Okay. Good start. So now that's off. We can just come right back here. Grab this bad boy. Turn those doors back up. To high. Okay. So now we should just be able to go. Aha! Always love to see it. I don't like the chapel here, but hey. We don't have to use it. But I'm gonna. Oh well. You know, I've never actually looked at the stained glass here to see that it's like jobs and like Roman numeraled. Like farmer is 1. Chef is 2. Oh wait, but you're also some sort of... Oh wait, gardener farmer. Okay, so gardener, chef, farmer... Or horse rider. They're like... Is that a type? Is that like jockey? Horse jockey? But I don't know if that's technically what this person is considered. And then and maid and chimney sweep. King. Also, are there not pictures in... taking money from a church, oh gosh. There's not pictures in... I mean, there's pictures in here, but there's not pictures in here. Uh-oh. This is potentially a blank space. I don't know if it's just because I've put the chapel here, or... Question mark. D4. Alright. We'll keep it in mind. Den or pantry are both good. Let's go pantry. We're going high on money this time, apparently. Ah, pictures. Okay, sand and... which gives us S and E4. Okay, I'd like to not dead-end myself. I guess spare room it is. We are not getting any good, like, right-hand rooms this time around. This is also a blank space. This wall always been partially painted? I would like to go out there now. Can I come into the out now? Okay. Currently it's a blank space. 5. I have 1 key to use. I love me the greenhouse, but... we can guarantee ourselves the library right now, though. But the greenhouse has... the antechamber door. We needed the library again. As much as I want the greenhouse. Boat. I don't think that's a moat. That's not how that, cliff... coast and coat? Yeah, coast and coat, okay. Coast and coat. So that's an S to E6. We've almost got everything on the E column done, because E7 was plain and pain, E8 was blueprints and blueprints, and we don't have 9. But we're making good progress on getting some of those. It'll be interesting the next time we start drafting these rooms and see if the pictures are all the same, or if they've changed and I'm crying. Okay, library it is. Okay, theater... Okay, deer, stag... a stage. Stag and stage. Okay, we are... 6. this an E. And D6. Okay. Looking good. I still wish there was like a secret book I could pull in here. Okay, did we not order a book to read last time, or have we already been in here again and read it? These are the records. Yeah, top books were different. We must have already come back into the library and read the book. Okay, there were specific books we were looking for the next time. Okay, we're looking for Flight of the Queen, March of the Count, Fall of the Lord, Passing of Barons, Herrings or Hearings of them. None of these are on here. Dang, I was really hoping this is where we would find these books. Sightseer's Guide to Reddington, Swimbird, The Fixed Stars, History of Orindia, EPCW Pump System User Manual, or Drafting Strategy Architectural Digest Volume 3. So I'm thinking either the Pump System User Manual or the Drafting System are going to be the best books for us to get, since apparently the books that we were hoping to find don't exist in here, which means they're either in a different room in the house, or... yeah. Alright, well, let's start with the pump system. I feel like that's gonna give us something really good. But yeah, none of these books are, like, titled, so, like, we can't just look for any of these books on the shelf, unfortunately. Yeah, not even like that sideways one. Okay, locked. Okay, so we need to go back down to the chapel, lose a little money, and our steps. Ooh, dogs bark. We got people doing work on the house today. Well, not on the house itself. They're working on the garage, but it's driving the dogs crazy. Okay. Dead if we don't want to dead end ourselves. Okay. We've got stage again. It's stage and sage? I guess it's kind of what sage looks like. Okay, we are in C4. I'm assuming they're not gonna change what pictures are when they've like already made it clear that that's stage. They're not going to suddenly use a different word for that, and sage is the only plant name I can think of that's going to work in that way. Okay, there we go. Stage and sage for a T in C4. Did I already grab... I think I already grabbed my gem off the table, so I'm staying. Ooh! I want the box! What's in the box? Okay, uppies, I suppose. So many clocks in here, jeebus. I think I've ever realized how many clocks are in this room specifically. Lose 2 steps every time I go in the gym, or cry. We could get a key and then go back to the library. Or we could get something unique. So we can always go down, too, and try to work back up. Sequence. I don't know what that type of tray is called. I mean, that's obviously a tiger. Tier? Are they just going for tier? T-I- is that T-I-E-R? Yeah, it's just if you just type in tier tray, you can find. So I guess it's supposed to be tiger and tier. That gives us a G. Even if we don't get up to the top this time, we're making really good progress on letters. And at some point, we might just be able to, like, fill in the blanks and not need to see the other pictures. Which could end up being what happens. Okay. Math puzzle. Scroll back up to my cheat sheet here. I never actually color-coded my cheat sheet, so I'm trying to do that real quick to make it easier to differentiate which one I'm looking for. Okay. Blue is just that number, so 2 plus 1 is 3, times 5 is 10. Wow, my brain just 2 and 3. Holy cow, I did not even remotely do that right. My brain just exploded, I think. 11. 3 times 5 is 15. Jeez. Yeah, there we go. 1 times 1 is just 1. Okay. 4 times... I don't know if it matters what order we do this. Okay, so let's just try to get to a number that's actually on the board to start with. 4 times 5 is 20. I'm too tired for this. 20 times 2 is 40. 40 divided by 4 is 10. 10 divided by 10 is 1. Holy cow, guys. Oh yeah, 3 times 5. I don't know why my brain was not doing math at all. Could draft the bedroom, or we could draft coat check. Did I put anything in coat check last time? Let's find out. We might as well find out, right? Did I check anything? Also pictures, cart, and chart. Okay, we are in the gap space that we left here. Cart and chart, giving us an H in D5. Okay. Ding ding. Oh, dang, I did not. I was worried about that. Oh well. Okay. Let's go this way next. Game is really determined for me to dead end myself, isn't it? Okay. Because there's so very many paintings in this room, I think it's these guys, and I think it's Road and Rod. Okay. This is C3, Road and Rod. Or an A. Interesting, interesting. We can't tell any words yet because we literally only have the right side of the board filling in at the moment. Which is so helpful. Um, there's probably something to tell from some of these pictures in here. But, like, heck if I know what it is. Alright. We could get the... We could just redraw. I might redraw. Let's redraw, actually. It's not good. That was a bad choice, but I guess at least we can go up. Okay, tier and tie. We're on the B side now. Yep. Tier and tie. Or an R in B3. I know I guess I don't really need to write down what letter number combo the room is, but feels good to me, you know? Someday I'll have the combination to you and it'll be a great day. Someday. If I had the magnifying glass and could, like, look to see if there was something, that'd be so nice. I bet there's something in that picture. Okay, dining room and corridor are gonna be the only things that give me literally anything right now, so let's go dining room, because at least if we can make it up high enough, we can get some free steps back. Coat and cot. Where am I? Okay, I'm just above. Coat and cot. For an A and B4. Lovely, lovely, lovely! Nothing else I can take in here. Keep going, it's locked. My only option is to spend a gem on the courtyard. Might be able to dig some stuff up at least. Coins. Also, no pictures outside. Not crazy, no pictures, no pictures, no pictures, no pictures. Okay. We went over to... No, we went up still. Okay, yeah, this can't be right, because it's going currently, it's blank space, GH blank space. So, certain rooms just must not have pictures. Or I've missed something somehow. We'll leave it as a blank space for now with a question mark. Okay. I have a key. I could unlock this trunk here. Might regret that. Ah, coins and dice. Okay, garage, parlor. Let's go West Wing because it gives us the most options. Okay. Tube and tub. Yeah. I was sitting here, I was like, okay, we've got bath, we've got vial, we've got bottle, tube and tub. There we go. Okay, so that's an E in A5. It's possible that this also reads vertically. No, it doesn't, because I'm looking at the right side where I have plenty of letters and I've got SKTS, and that's not a word. Oh boy. We are certainly doing something, aren't we? Commissary. We've got money to... We don't have gems. That was a horrible mistake, really. I guess we will get a reward from doing the parlor puzzle again. Grain. Okay. Rain and grain. For a G. A6, which means the other one that we had the wheat stalks on in D9 means one of those is grain. I didn't write down what the other picture was. I'll have to go back and find that because, yeah, I have one of those words now. Okay. Else. All right, what do we got here? The black box is empty. The black box is true. The black box is black. Okay. Black box is black. We know that. That is true. Has to be true. Which makes both of these false because the prize is in the black box. Cool. 2 gems. Very nice. Something better than nothing. Locked. I need keys. Ooh, the veranda. We had a veranda before. Could afford it. I wish there was something that told us if we'd found certain rooms before. I would like a veranda. Ooh, I love a sledgehammer. Nothing. Heck. There was a locked trunk in another room that we can now just go smash open. I should have saved that key I had earlier. Unfortunate. Okay, unfortunately, however, I'm starting to think that maybe green rooms just don't have pictures in them because they're outdoor settings and... So we'll definitely want to recheck our blank spaces at some point. That'll be something that we definitely need to make sure we do. Yeah, this sucks. As much as I want to buy things from the commissary, like, the amount of steps to get all the way back around places is awful. Also, what room had the chest in it? It was the den. The den had the chest in it. I'm gonna redraw because we've done some pretty hefty damage to... Ooh, I wish I could afford the rumpus room today. No! Even worse. Oh, I had such a better... I guess I can take the 10 steps to make this hurt a little less. Unfortunate, unfortunate. Row and row. For a C, A3. Okay. Read that. None of these books have titles on them either. Hello, little dog statue thingy. Okay, time for the long walk back around. Nyum. Places to be, people. Places to be. Alright, smash this open. We've got so many coins. We're gonna lose some, but... oh, what you gonna do, right? You've now got 2 locked doors that we can't do anything with. Okay, do we have anything? Nope, you cannot make a sledge shovel. Good to know. Good to know. Okay. Okay, I'd be tempted to go outside and get our outside room. I want to get these last couple of rooms here, because they're not going to really go much of anywhere. Okay. I could freeze my money, which sucks. I want to buy stuff. I want to buy stuff. Bride and bridge? Oh, that's what with and without means. One has the letter, one doesn't have the letter. Ah, I see what you did there. One has the G and one doesn't. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Upgrade discs, keys, gems. I could just get a couple of keys. I could get 1 key. Never mind, I could get 1. Let's go ahead and snag. Snag 2 gems. Okay, we've got a key and 2 gems. So we could at least end up somewhere. Awful. Absolutely awful. Horrendous. So rude. Fighting for my life here. Stars and stairs. Or star and stare. Either one, the S doesn't really make a difference. But I will add it just in case, because most people don't say a single stare. That's a difference of an I, which I will do lowercase so that I can tell it apart later. Well, I guess if I do it, I'm doing everything uppercase. I can tell it apart from the uppercase L's. It's fine. B2. Lovely. Okay. The pool, which doesn't super help me. Because the pump room needs power. What? Blueprints and... fucking... biplane? What? Old airplane names. Types. Old. I don't know if I'm... Yeah, because that's like a biplane. How are blueprints gonna... That doesn't make any sense to me. I am just, like, looking at pictures of old airplanes now, like, what the yuck. Okay, so I cannot for the life of me figure out what the pictures are supposed to be, but if you walk over to this one on the set of blueprints, it has an E in this slot. And if you look at the map, that's where we are. So I'm assuming that whatever the pictures themselves are supposed to mean, that this is just an E. I guess, maybe. But I don't necessarily know how the E affects the word choice, because yeah, I don't know. Yep, I'm lost at that point. Yeah, I have zero clue. But hey, I will take an E. Somehow we will take an E, I guess. Alright, anyways. Pump room. Okay. Well, control flow of water through the estate. I'm pretty sure we still need power for this room. Maybe? Okay, pump control panel, water source selection. Reserve tank. Water source selection. Pump 2, okay. Pump 2 tank switch. Pump 1, pump 2, pump 3, and pump 4. What are we trying? Okay, are we trying to fill this tank so that it drain up with? Is that what we're trying to do? Are we just trying to fill? Oh, the fountain outside. Wait, hold on. Let's see if we can drain the pool first. The kitchen has no water. Oh, sorry. Suddenly, like, everything, I'm just like... Okay, we need to get water into the big boy, no? Oh, big boy is connected to the... Okay. So, like... Let's just start by... Is there no power in this room? Is that part of what's happening here? Because, like, nothing's going on. And I'm worried that we don't have power. I mean, like, this is lighting up, so, like, it should be working. Claw grass is clipping in. Oh, okay. Hey, this one's working. Okay. It's drained a little bit. Okay, okay. So, like, what if I just... And I just... No. Okay, not that. Not that. Okay, one of these was working. Oh, I see. Okay, so like each hose is a different room. Okay. So we could send water to a different room, right? Is that not... No, not that, sorry. Hold on. We need the water from... here. And then the kitchen has water now. Which is great. Good for the kitchen. Okay, we could get more water to the greenhouse. Okay. Awesome. Okay, the kitchen is still struggling. I don't know how to make this pump work. To make it go between... Can it go between the two, or does it only... 'Cause, like... The fountain can take from both of these. But we need to get the water from... the pool out of here. We could give a bit more to the kitchen, no? No, I have my pipes wrong again. I'm still thinking of the aquarium. Okay. I don't think we can access whatever we need unless it's fully drained. And I don't think we can fully drain it without the reservoir tank. The reserve tank, rather. Okay. Those two go there. Yeah, I just think that without the reserve tank that we can't fully do this. Also, there's not a picture in here. Blank space? Question mark. A1. Damn. You know, part of me was really hoping that somehow we'd get lucky, but a hefty ask. Darkroom would at least get us back into the main house from here. And we don't have any rooms to draft, just potential items that we can't see. But we could theoretically get to the thing to turn the power back on. Okay, I'm gonna run out and go ahead and do... I would love to drain this fountain so much right now. You guys have no clue how much I want to drain it. I don't know what that did. Sorry, I didn't know I could throw a coin in. Didn't know that was an option. I'm walking up to every potential water source to throw coins in it. None of these really do me any good, unfortunately. Might be able to dig in the root cellar. Metal detector. Coins. Surprised it's not beeping in here since I've got the metal detector. I read this before? No sign has been found yet. Last seen getting into a carriage. Okay. Key. We might be able to make it back up to where the... A brick! I could shatter stuff with that! I have a sledgehammer. I guess I really don't need the brick. Turnip. Let's go. Watching you guys. Okay. I think that's everything that's out here at the moment, so... Nyom. Chopped down tree. Everything is so suspicious. Okay. Need to go to the right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to get to the library. I'd try. Okay, we can make the, like, detector shovel or whatever. Keys and money. There. rotunda. I can't. A power source. Ah! I don't think I can make it that far. I can't make it back. Ugh. Oh, that sucks. That sucks so much. You suck. Ugh. God, you suck. Find me food. Coins. Sad. So very sad. Okay, I need to figure... Oh, this is all still put together from last time. Oh. No, it's missing a power. Something's not going to it, it's going... there. Oh, but now that door is shut. Okay, hold on. Locker room? Can't afford it! We can start with extra steps because of the sauna, I guess. The locker room. A safe deposit box key? What? I can't even get back to the storage fucking room to the coat check to put this in it. Safe deposit box key. I just have a list of like... I remember I have an item compendium that I was making and I haven't put everything in it since. Nice. Safe deposit box key 233. Okay, we've got car keys, we've got dice, the sledgehammer now, keys, silver, normal, secret garden thing, basement key. Then we have the broken lever as well. Okay, I don't know what to do with this. What? Okay, let's... I hope I didn't just go back and forth in that room. I'd be so upset. Whoops. Just use the silver key. Archives, you rude. Anything in here at all? Whoop, here we go. Oh, I didn't check. I didn't see anything in there. Boiler room or sauna. I didn't check though. Whoops. Please tell me those were rooms we'd already done. The sauna is a room that we have as a blank space right now. Boiler room, I didn't write down. I got so caught up. Okay, beer mug, pint and paint. Okay. Pint and paint. Or an A, C7. That's something, you know. Can't afford that. I don't want to draw more red rooms. Not that stupid biplane again. That stupid painting of the world, too. Shoot. Plane and paint aren't similar enough. World. Paint. Illustrate. Draw. Yeah, that picture is messing me up more than anything. All of the other ones are so wildly simple. Road, bridge, bath, cart. They're not crazy words. But we already have plane and pain that we use, which means that's plain. Which means I don't know what the blueprint is, if it's supposed to go with plain. Because pain doesn't make sense, lane doesn't plan. Okay, we've got its plan. So that means the one that we used blueprint for is plan and plant, not blueprint and blueprints, which is funny that it still worked and gave us the same letter, because that's still a T. Okay, so this one would be plan and plane. Which gives us an E, which makes sense. So plane and plane, pain, plan. Planet, plane and planet. I don't know why they felt the need to paint it, but planet works. We're all the way up here. Plane and planet. Or a T in C6. Planet, okay, which makes... Okay, so we have the painting of the world, and then we had one that was like a box or crate. So we've got planet... Palette doesn't work. was an E9. Planet. Looking for places I can add or subtract letters. Need like I need like synonyms for like a crate. Alright, even trying to like Google like a list of like synonyms and stuff, I'm not finding anything. So I'll have to look at the picture again and see if there's something else in the picture that I'm missing that maybe it makes as little sense as Planet did. If Planet was the only thing in the picture, it would have made sense. It's the hand on top of it painting it that made me confused. Okay, that's everything that's in here. I've got 3 steps. 3 steps of nothing. It's the archive floor plan. Rude. That's really rude. Can't lose half your steps. Half of nothing is. You see them from here without going in? Not particularly, unfortunately. Okay, there went the step. Hose. Hose house. Hose house. Which gives us a U. C8. Now, C9, we know there's not pictures in there. I'm gonna leave that as a blank space, because we've been in the antechamber and it's not got pictures. There's a key. Hey, maybe give me like a bedroom. That's rude. That's even worse! Fucking pictures. Bat and boat. I'm gonna get what I need out of that room, gosh darn it. I just need to confirm that I've placed it in the right spot at least. Yeah, that's in the right spot. We just don't know if there was any pictures in the furnace room or not. Then there's a couple rooms that I just kind of forgot to check. I don't think the sauna had anything in it. I think we already knew that it was a blank space, but I'm gonna leave a question mark on it just in case. Okay, we got the Scarlet Manor again because it's all red rooms. I'm not seeing how this is gonna come together to make words. Because going from about the middle down is when we start actually having enough letters show up to start making words. Starting at around B4, we have AT, which is, I mean, fine. At is a word. Then there's a blank spot and then an S. think the third row we got right, because that spells crack. And it's not gonna be scrack. So I think the blank spaces aren't supposed to be blank. And it's definitely supposed to be like words going across, I think. Row 2 is looking E-I-G-H-T. That's 8, actually. That's a word. Hold on. So crack 8. We couldn't check the dark room, unfortunately. So yeah, let me start a spot where I can put some of these words in. I can finish filling out that B8 was an O. Okay, and then for each I'll just use like asterisks for the letters that we either don't know or that have blanks. Unfortunately, we don't know any of row 9 because all I have are grain and something, planet and something. So, okay, unknown, unknown. A, didn't check. L. Next one, G, unknown. T, E, S. That's most likely gonna be Gates. Unknown. A, T, unknown. No, don't use markdown bullshit. Gosh darn it. Okay, not asterisks, apparently. What's a different letter or symbol I can use instead? Tildes it is. Okay, so we've got Gates. Okay, then we have E tilde GH tilde. That also looks like it's gonna end up spelling 8. Next word, unknown, AT, unknown, S. Then we have crack, and we have 8. Then we have we have unknown, unknown, FES. Okay. That's pretty good thus far. We're actually not missing as many spaces as I thought we were. Yeah, I don't know what else you can spell with an E, a G, and an H in those spots. I'm sure there's words out there that fit that. The briefest of brief Google searches say there's not other words that contain those letters in those orders. So it looks like there might just be the word 8 in here twice. Yeah, obviously we don't have enough to figure out the top row. There's a lot of words that can have, oh, I wrote down the wrong letters in that some. Did I fully skip a row? Is that what's happening here? That one's supposed to be tilde tilde OU. Tilde T. Why is that word so much longer looking than the others? And also the wrong length. Why am I having... Oh, because the first one's not supposed to be a tilde, because that's the fucking number column. I'm silly. Let's make that... Let's change our spacings on this so that it's not as difficult to read. Okay, there we go. That's better. Okay. So yeah. Something OU, something T. Yeah, there's a lot of words that can have the words in that order. There's like count, court, doubt. Count makes like, I think, the most sense just because of like if it's forming some sort of sentence. Because if we could like something count total gates 8 something crack 8 something. Yeah, out of the words, I feel like count, court, and doubt make the most potential sense, but who knows? We could get some weird stuff going on here. And doing the same thing with the last word, crack 8 safes makes a ton of sense because we know we've seen like, what, 3 safes so far, I believe? Safes definitely makes the most sense. Cafes doesn't make sense. Lifes? Wifes also doesn't make sense. Safes, though. I'm liking safes for that one. And then looking at the list of potential words for the AL, it could be like trail, so count trail gates. There are a lot of gates outside, so maybe... it's possible. We don't have any potential clue on the first word because I don't know what those extra letters... We should have those letters, I just don't remember what the pictures were. So yeah, something count trail gates 8, something crack 8 safes. And then as far as potential words for the ATS one, it could also be gates, would be 8 gates, could be 8 paths, also makes sense. Most of the other words on the list don't really seem to make sense. So gates or paths seems to be the most likely one. Because baths doesn't make sense, dates doesn't... 8 dates, I guess? Count total gates, 8 dates? Yeah, I'm not liking most of the potential words. Paths make sense, gates make sense, dates could, theoretically, I suppose. But yeah, crack 8 safes seems to be the most likely for that particular one, though. So, yeah. That's where we have gotten to today, though. We made really good progress on the word puzzle here. We'll probably want to just, like, go up the left side to really clear out some of the left side ones that we ended up missing this time around. That'll be our next goal, is to go up the left side and clear that out. Because getting the left side should clear out even the ones that we missed letters on pretty clearly. If we can get the first letter of most of those words, it should clear things up for us. And then I just have to go back and find out what the 2 rooms at the top of the map, what those pictures were. Okay, so going back and looking at my old video, I was able to see what the other pictures that we had in question were. I still don't know what words they're supposed to be, but we had one that looked like the picture for grain, and then we had one that was like a lit match in a hand, so I don't know what word that one's supposed to be. And then the other one that had planet, the opposing picture was some sort of crate, and it looked like it had the Mount Holly, some sort of like Mount Holly logo on it. Again, a crate box, I still don't know like what the deal with that set of words is. And then I happened to also catch briefly an image of them going in the maid's chamber, in what we have as D8, which is currently a blank space for us. Myself, in my old video, and it looked like the images were crown and crow, which would give us an N, which would make that word an N. So most likely for that is going to be count. So that really helps narrow that in as well. I could probably go back and look at even more like other rooms to see if I can find pictures. Because we have a room in the one that we forgot to check that we know has the potential for pictures in it. There's a closet in one of them. So let me check and see if I can find that room real quick as well. Oh, and this is interesting. I caught a view of a different room for B6, and it had what it looks like the same picture that we did for tag, but then it also had the picture for coast. Now, obviously, those words don't go together, and so maybe the pictures are slightly different, but instead of tag, I think this one has to be cost. So coast and cost, which would make that an A that's missing, which would make this gates. So that's helpful, at least. And then I just found a section of me at A7, which looks like pictures for spine and pine, which would obviously be an S. Interesting. So that gives me S blank A blank L. Count. Weird. Okay. Still counting something gates, and I don't know what that word's gonna be yet, huh? Okay, and then I think this is a part of me at an A4, which it looks like pictures of a car and cards, which would be a D, which does look like it's gonna make that word dates. I guess it could still be datas, but that 8 datas doesn't really make the most sense, but it's possible. So yeah, we've got most likely 8 dates, crack 8 safes. So yeah, we know now that we've pretty much confirmed, I think, that blank spaces are not in fact blank. Like for sure, I'm pretty sure on that one. Okay, here's a pairing that we hadn't had. This is for the room that we needed to find for D7, which I forgot to check in. It's a picture of Flan and a fan, giving us L on D7, which is double L. Stall? Count stall gates? Okay, so the potential words that fit there is skull, shall, small, spall, and stall. Count small gates makes the most sense. I don't know why. This could be like this could end up giving us like the code to the safe somehow. Count small gates. Okay, I found one of me, I think, in A8. It has the stupid box that we couldn't figure out from the planet and crate one. I do think it's crate in this case, at least. But it's next to like a picture of a graph, and so I can only think maybe it's crate and rate in this case. I don't know what that means for the planet one, unfortunately. And that would make that row count for sure. But yeah, looking now at, like, the crate and planet, I'm sitting there, I'm like, crater? Is the planet a crater? Like, what does this word want from me? Because Earth, planet, create? Crate and create, maybe? Because they're creating, so that could work. I still don't know why sometimes these are the same word and sometimes they seem to be trying to make a different word. Because then going back to plane and planet, create doesn't work with plane. Whatever. Yeah, create makes the most sense for the crate one, though. Which would give us an E up in E9, which gives us our first letter in that first word, which is great, honestly. A lot of that top row we really just haven't been in. I still don't know what the deal with the grain and the match is. It could be another case of them using the words differently than we know. That maybe these ones at the top are meant to be harder? Because you know them as other words from lower down, but when you get up here they mean something else? It's possible. I only got a glimpse of what was up top in A9 because my camera moved too fast and I didn't really linger on it when I was up there. I was in the laboratory at the time, so there was a lot of stuff everywhere. But I saw what looked like two different people on pictures. It was some sort of head of like what looked like some sort of like indigenous Indian chieftain type situation with the big headdress. I don't know enough of the actual technical terms to know if they would have gone that deep with the word or if they would have kept it super surface level. And the other guy I just couldn't get a good enough look at, honestly. It looked like some other type of kingly type person. He didn't have your stereotypical king crown like I saw in one of the other areas when it was Crown and Crow. It was just the spiky crown. But this guy had some sort of like rounded situation on his head, but I couldn't see the picture well enough to really interpret what it was. So best I can do is take notes on that until I can get to those top rooms again. But just based on that, I'm starting to think that they got a little looser with the top words in an attempt to really make this harder at the top. Which, going on that line of thinking, actually, looking at the grain and the matchlight, I was looking at synonyms for grain and I was like, none of these really feel good. It gives me like kernel and seed and fruit, apparently. I'm like, okay, so if we're looking at different words entirely, it looks like a stalk of wheat. Wheat and heat. That makes sense. That feels good, actually. So I think we're gonna go with that one, which gives us a W in D9. Ending in WE, I feel like really limits our options. Which really just gets a bit more confusing, actually, because the antechamber's empty. There can't be pictures in it? So that has to be a blank space. So it's either two two-letter words or it's a four-letter word. So it's either something we count small gates, or it's a four-letter word of some sort. Yeah, and the four-letter words aren't looking any better. Just after some like quick like word finder searches. Yeah, I'm not loving our options here. Very confusing. I'll definitely have to try to figure out what those first two letters are so we can figure out what we're working with. If we're working with two words or what's going on at the top, because that is some very confusing stuff. But hey, that is like wildly huge progress on our start here of the word puzzle. I could probably find what goes in that first space as well, what goes down here. I've been in these rooms enough times. I'm sure I've got footage of those rooms. Okay, I did find E5. I was in the storeroom again, and it was the tag with the 10 on it, and then it was a camping picture with a tent. So I mean, I feel like 10 and tent should be the obvious ones for that one, giving us another T. Further locking in that this is most likely 8. Okay, so I did find, because I used to go to the left a lot at the start of matches, so this wasn't too hard to find B1. It was, however, hard to figure out what B1 was. It was a picture of some praying hands with like a rosary wrapped around them, and then of a crowbar. I did eventually come around to that it is pray and pry. Because we were pretty sure already that this was going to be an A here, and that, I think, like, confirms it. I'm assuming it's supposed to be like a pry bar in that case. So yeah, that gives us the A in B1. So yeah, that just further confirms that that one is safe. I don't think we really make it to the top of the map a whole lot otherwise, so we're gonna have to really try to work our way up there as like a priority this next time to try to figure out that top word. So all the others are missing like a letter here and there, and we're pretty sure we know what those mean. So yeah, that will be our goal for next time though. As always, thank you all so much for hanging out while we figured all this out. We made excellent progress on that puzzle there today. So at least we technically got something done. So that feels very nice. So yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking of this puzzle so far down below. Very excited to see what the heck it even means. And we'll go from there next time. As always, I hope that you all have an absolutely wonderful day, night, evening, whatever the heck it might be for you. And I hope to see you all next time. Have a good one, you guys. Goodbye.